This is the last video. We're going to look at 2 and 3. We're going to cross off this. We're just going to use the pi button. And you'll notice we're also not going to bother at least too much answering these in terms of pi. And we're going to round to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to go through 2, and then you're going to try number 3. If you feel like you got 2, feel free to just check your answer with mine. All right, so we have a hemisphere. I like to write out my formulas before I start to plug in numbers and think about what formulas I need to use. So I'm going to do half of the 4/3 pi r cubed. And then for this formula, I'm going to use my cylinder formula, which is pi r squared h. All right. And then also before I start to plug things in, I noticed that there's the oldest trick in the book, which is they give me the diameter. So I'm going to be using 5, which is also the radius, like on that last problem, that kind of looked like a pencil. That's the radius for the hemisphere. All right, so we've got volume for the hemisphere is 4/3 pi 5 cubed. All right, I'm going to wait and see what happens if I don't put the pi, 83.3 repeating. But again, it doesn't say you have to leave it in terms of pi. You can go ahead and round that. And then we're going to go to the cylinder. And that one has a height of 6. So 150. All right. And then we're really after the combo of these two. And we're going to add these up. All right. So we've got 150 times by pi plus 83 point. I'll just put a couple in here so that I get an accurate answer. Also times by pi, because these were both in terms of pi. And we get an answer of 733 point, and that's going to stay a 0. Meters cubed. All right, that's our answer. And then you're going to try number 3. I'll give you the answer, but make sure you include the work. When I do a notes check, I'll see that this is filled out. It's a good idea to kind of label things like I did. We're going to be using the cone formula. We have a little squatty cylinder here, and you're going for a volume round to the nearest tenth. And if you're off by like 1/10, that's okay. But you're shooting for 497 and 4/10 cubic centimeters. And feel free to also, if you did it and you're not getting that, go ahead and check with your group and find somebody in your group that got that so you can kind of backfill your work and figure out where your error is.